Oh, I didn't notice you there. Hello, my name is Aunt Martha, and welcome to Cooking with History. And like you know, my name is Aunt Martha. Alright, today on this very special episode, we're going to learn how to bake this Betty Crocker, hey Betty, Betty Crocker super moist devil's food cake. You'll get the color symbolization a little bit later. And we're going to learn about the American Civil War. I remember the Civil War like it was yesterday. Bad times. Alright. Messed up my apron. Oh, you like it? It's from my 85th Punahou reunion. Alright, a little basic information about the American Civil War. Alright, it was fought from 1861 to 1865. Alright, they were fighting for the survival of either the Union or the Independent Confederacy. Alright, and I have my own views, and I know you have your own views, so we'll figure that out a little bit later, and hopefully your views change by the end of this video. Alright, let's get going. First, I need a bowl. You know what, kids? Aunt Martha's never prepared it. My grandkids, don't you dare comment on that. Alright, I'm gonna get a bowl. Where'd I put the bowls? Damn. Alright. I got a bowl. What else do we need? Alright, and Aunt Martha, when you're editing this, you can put the little needed stuff down here. Alright, what we'll need is 1 1/4 cups of water. Okay. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Okay. And 3 large huevos. I don't know what that is. Well, they look like eggs, but this is American History Show. I can't believe that we have Mexican language on our show. Alright, well, 3 large eggs. Alright, you pause the video, get all ingredients, and I'll get mine. Alright, if you got all the ingredients, now we're gonna follow me. First, silly me, I'm gonna take the cake mix out of the container. Alright, and pause for a second and read the directions. Alright, the instructions say to add the dry ingredients first, but, just like the South's secession from the Union, it doesn't matter, so I'm going to add the wet ingredients first. Alright, now, the recipe calls for 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, huevos, or eggs as I know now. Alright, but, one major factor of the Civil War was the inability to compromise. You know, my husband, God rest his soul, tomorrow is our 87th wedding anniversary, but he's passed on right now. But I want to talk about the importance of compromise and the importance of the inability to compromise. You know, we never agreed on one thing. Alright, so to symbolize the inability to compromise and the Missouri Compromise, you know, when the additional territories gained from the U.S.-Mexican War of 1846 and 1848, you know, my Alzheimer's, well, most of them were free states, you know, and the inability to compromise, to make it even, or to agree on one thing, that was a big no-no. Alright, so the recipe counts for 3, alright, and compromise, I mean, generous compromise would be 2 eggs, you know, 2 eggs, whatever, but the inability to compromise, nope, no 2 eggs, I'm just gonna have 1 egg, so 2 eggs would be an okay compromise, 1 egg, the inability to compromise, but you know, Aunt Martha, she's going historically accurate, so 1 egg. And don't worry if you got a little couple shells in there, you know, that can It can symbolize other stuff, you know. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. You know, no, we're about to get dirty with the American Civil War, so I'm washing my hands. All right, what's next? All right, next we have 1 1/4 cup of water, and going with the same theme of the inability to compromise. I'm just saying maybe half, 3/4 a cup. Oh, that sounds okay to me. All right, so this is about 2/3, 3/4, whatever, cup of water. So I'm gonna pour that in right now. Oh, that's gross, just the water and the egg just sitting there. All right, next, oil. All right, next with the oil, it says 1/2 cup of oil, and you know, with this theme of compromise, I'll just say maybe a 3/4 cup. Just for nonsense. Good enough. Oh, Martha never follows recipes, and my cakes always turn out the best. Ask my grandchildren. Hi there. Oh, you in the front row. I know you. Say hi to Billy. So, oh, the oil and water is all mixing together. How gross, but that's okay. Kids, look closely. Can you see? Oh, better not spill on my grandson's laptop. You see that? You see the oil? See the oil and the water? Their inability to mix and combine. That's like the North and the South. I can't believe it. I made this metaphor by myself. Oh, this is so cool. So the oil, the viscous oils like the North, you know, with their manufacturing and their economy and their goods. And then there's the water, which is the South, and slavery. All right? The South is also land, you know, and fertile, and products, and produce. All right. And they can't mix, and so that's what started all of this. So I'm going to add the oil in. And if you can see, don't want to get on my son's laptop. You can see. Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. So, nothing's mixing that good, you know? Science. Oh, I should be a scientist. And Martha, the scientist. All right, next we're going to add the dry ingredients. All right. And on this cooking show, we always have to be careful because there are very sharp knives in the kitchen. So, young children, if you're watching Aunt Martha, no need to ask your parents because I'll help you. Just don't cut your fingers on this. All right, now we're going to add the dry ingredients. Put a lot in here. All right, now that you have your dry ingredients in, you gotta find something to stir with. Here's my trusty, rusty, dusty cooking spoon. All right, so we're gonna mix this. The ingredients list and the instructions say to mix for 60 seconds. All right, but because of a westward expansion, we're only gonna stir for 20 seconds. All right, 1, 2. All right, and as you can see, I could not stir in the lumps. There's just not enough liquid and not enough time. But you know, we're doing this historically accurate, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, and if you know Aunt Martha, you know that she never follows any of the recipes on the box. All right, and to make this taste a little bit better, I'm gonna look in my pantry. What are we gonna add? Oh, my favorite, Morton Light Salt. All right, we're gonna add about 3/4 tablespoon, which is about this much in your hand. All right, this salt is going to represent the unfair taxation, all right, on the North and the South. And that was one of the factors that caused the Civil War. All right, that's just about enough. Woof! This smells, oh, I'm gonna taste it. That's good. That's really good. Well, we're gonna mix the salt in. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, it's a little hard to mix it. Now let's taste it. So much better. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands. All right, next on the list, we're gonna add some milk to make it nice and creamy. All right, I'll be right back, okay? All right, we have some nice milk. So I'm just gonna pour half a cup. All right, now that we're done pouring the milk, we always have to keep a very clean and tidy cooking station. All right, now we're gonna add the milk into. Oh, I think this milk has gone a little rotten. See, it's a little sloshy, and oh, my grandson's gonna be so mad at me. Well, as you can see, this milk is a little clumpy. All right, but that's okay. You know why it's okay? Do you know why it's okay? All right, well, this sour clumpy milk is okay because it represents states' rights issues versus federal rights issues, which is a very big topic today and in the time of the Civil War. And that was one big factor, the inability to compromise and talk about states' rights versus federal rights. All right, so I'm going to pour this in, this milk. Don't worry if it's a little sour. Oh, that looks so good, you know. Don't worry, sour milk is a very great exfoliator. All right, oh, I wish you could see this. Let me just wash my hands. All right, my hands are all clean, and I'm going to mix this up, but I really hope you can see this. Here, let me just look at you. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that milk just, oh, it's going to make it so creamy. It's so delicious. All right, I'm going to put you back. All right. Oh, you can't even see me. What the hell is that? Oh, sorry, this is a children's thing. What the heck is that? All right. So, we have all of our ingredients here, and I'm going to mix it up real good. All right, and again, it says mix for 60 seconds, but because of the what? Because of the what? Yes, the inability to compromise. I'm only going to start for 20. 1, 2.
All right, Lee.
All right, now that our ingredients are all mixed and nice, we're going to take this off our cutting board and clean off the top of our cutting board. And then, like magic, our cutting board, our cutting board turns into a very small, a very convenient toaster oven. There you can see. All right, so first what I'm doing, I'm going to set my oven to bake. Make sure it's on bake, and I'll broil. That'd be disgusting. All right, for my temperature, let me just check my box right here. The temperature says put oven to 350 degrees. All right, Aunt Martha's video recorder stopped for a second, but the box of directions said 350 degrees. But you know good old Aunt Martha, she put it to 450 degrees instead. You know why I did that? Because of slavery and the abolitionist movement and the Underground Railroad. The huge dilemma, in my personal opinion, the factor, the straw that was put on the camel's back that broke his back, or whatever the saying was. Slavery was the most influential thing to the Civil War. So I put the temperature all the way up to 450 degrees. And you know what the box said? The box said cook it for 30 to 35 minutes. Oh, but not good old Aunt Martha. I cooked it for 55 to 60 minutes. I put it at the longer time because I prolonged the time
to represent the prolonged time going up to the Civil War and the prolonged time after the Civil War until the things that were needed to be done was done. So many events, such a long time to build up to make the Civil War, and so long after the Civil War until everything was back to normal. So that's why I cooked it for 60 minutes instead of 30 minutes, and I cooked it on 450 degrees instead of 350 degrees. All right, back to you, Aunt Martha.